You got their back?
Well, if Paul was here, can you imagine his shock? The current narrative being amplified is that this surge in violent hate crimes against Asians is being driven by white supremacy. And thanks to relentless mainstream hysteria, white supremacy has become something of a synonym for white people. But are white people really to blame? FBI statistics show that white people, who make up 61% of the US population, commit 24% of the crimes against Asians. Meanwhile, black people, who comprise 13% of the US population, commit 27% of crimes against Asians.
Why is this a global competition to you if everyday Americans are still losing their lives and we're still seeing more cases every day?
Well, they're losing their lives everywhere in the world, and maybe that's a question you should ask China. Don't ask me, ask China that question, okay? When you ask them that question, you may get a very unusual answer. Yes, behind you, please.
Sir, why are you saying that to me specifically?
I'm telling you,
ask
I'm not
China?
saying it specifically to anybody. I'm saying it to anybody that would ask a nasty question like that.
That's not a nasty question.
Please go ahead.
Why does it matter?
Okay, anybody else? Please, go ahead in the back, please.
So, because nearly a year ago Trump said the coronavirus came from China, which it did, the media would have you believe that Asians are being targeted en masse across the country.
What's happening here, it isn't an isolated incident. It comes as the latest in a string of anti-Asian hate and violence, making this a crisis.
No justice! No justice!
It's scary just to be an Asian American woman anywhere in the U.S.
A lot of shock, a lot of anger, pain, getting tired of seeing the same news on the headline week after week.
The Atlanta shooting, an undeniably disgusting and vile act, portrayed across mainstream news networks as a racially motivated hate crime, despite the perpetrator himself stating that it wasn't a racially motivated crime. Mainstream news networks and social media would love to have you believe that the West is a racist and hateful place. That's why, when the killer is white, you'll be sure to see him all over the news. Whereas, when he's not white, he simply doesn't exist. Despite what the media want you to believe, this is not the first time that big cities in America have experienced heightened levels of anti-Asian violence. One of the cities experiencing a rise in anti-Asian violence is San Francisco, who had a very similar problem a decade ago. An analysis of 300 strong-arm robberies found that in 85% of the cases, the victims were Asian and the perpetrators of the crime were African American. Will celebrities be showing you that statistic? No. Will your friends be sharing Instagram threads about it? No. I didn't think so. What can you do to help? You can read, get the facts on situations before you start posting about them, or just stop getting your news off of Instagram threads.
Prefer really not to speak.
Thank you to Paul for letting me do this video. I have no idea why. And to my friend Poppy, who helped me edit it. And that's pretty much it from me. So thank you.